Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about the latest new it bags and newest luxury bag releases and my thoughts on them. I did a video similar to this about a year ago, I think, but obviously since then there have been many other new bag releases and I've been getting a lot of comments and questions about a select few styles. So I'm going to be tackling those in today's video. And I also went ahead and asked on my Instagram stories if you guys had any other styles that you wanted me to discuss. So the most frequently mentioned ones there I'm also going to tackle today as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. Before we get stuck in, I did want to let you guys know that a giveaway has just gone live over on my Instagram. It's for a Saint Laurent card holder and this is just the most beautiful thing. So I wanted to mention it here in case any of you wanted to enter. It is Instagram only. It's super simple to enter. You just have to comment, like, and then tag 2 friends. So it's not kind of a multi-step thing, but it is to win this beautiful nude card holder. So this is just the perfect nude beige shade. I saw it and I just thought it was so pretty. I wanted to get it myself, but I figured I could not justify another Saint Laurent card holder, so I decided to get it as a giveaway prize. You do have that gold hardware as well, and just such a great piece. It's the grain leather, so super hard wearing. You do have the 2 card slots on either side and then 1 on the top as well. And I'm just so in love with this color. So if you want to be in with a chance of winning this, just head over to my Instagram. It'll be really obvious which photo it is, but I will also link the giveaway photo in the description section and just follow the instructions from there. Okay, so I have all the bags here on my phone. There are quite a few, so I'm gonna see how many I can get through, but I have quite a few Louis Vuitton styles here, and the first one is what kind of inspired this whole video because I got so many questions and comments about this particular collection, and it is the By the Pool collection, and there are a whole range of different styles and different items included in this range. There are accessories, a lot of different bags. There's the Speedy, there's the Neverfull, there are mini pochettes, just all kinds of different ones, but in general I love the whole line. I think it is so fun. I actually bought the Neverfull, so the colorway I believe is in 2 different options. So there is that kind of ombre effect, and there's a more pink one and there's a peach one. They aren't drastically different. I went for the peach one and I just thought it was so cute, and the only reason I returned it was because whilst I was waiting for that one to arrive, the Empreinte Neverfull line went live and I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, I need that in my life, and I couldn't justify getting 2 new Neverfulls. I already have a few and I just couldn't justify having both of them. So I did go ahead and order the Empreinte, and for me it was just a no-brainer. I love that one so much. But had the Empreinte one not launched then, I definitely would have kept the By the Pool one. I just think it's the funnest line. I would say that I don't necessarily think it's the most versatile in the sense that it is a very summertime ready bag. You know, it'd be perfect for vacation or just general kind of summer. If you live in a warm climate, then I think it would be ideal. I don't, unfortunately. So I did kind of think that it was only going to be a summer bag for me, but with that knowledge, I still think it's absolutely adorable. Everything from the ombre colorway to the bag charm, I just think it's so cute, and I love pretty much the whole line. I think the Speedy looks really great. I just think it's all just really fun, a really fresh way of incorporating the Louis Vuitton monogram, and I'm just a big fan of it. So absolutely love this whole line. I think it's adorable. The next one is 2 bags, but they have the same color and leather. So I'm not sure if this is part of a specific collection, but it's basically the cream leather with the larger monogram, which is in this kind of grey color with like a hint of lilac. I feel like it's quite difficult to describe, but I will insert pictures. And there are 2 styles in particular here. So there is the pochette métisse and there's also the zip pochette, and I kind of have conflicting feelings about this because I actually ordered the double zip pochette and I was super excited to receive it. I love the whole line. I think the colorway is beautiful and I just thought it looked amazing. Hadn't seen it in real life. We were in lockdown, so no chance to do that. But when I received the double zip pochette, I was actually really underwhelmed, and I'd not seen this bag in person before, so I'm not sure if this would be true of the bag in other kind of styles and materials, but certainly in this one, I just had higher expectations, I guess. The leather, when I got it, it seemed kind of uneven. It didn't seem very thick, and overall the bag just didn't seem like really great quality, which, you know, for a bag that size, it was really expensive, and it was just really underwhelming in person. So that was an easy return for me. So I did return that one. That said, I'd say that the Pochette Métis I think is beautiful in this colorway. Like, I love it. And I get asked all the time if I've changed my thoughts on the Pochette Métis now that they do have new options and new leathers. And I actually do think it's a great looking bag. Like, I don't have anything against it. I used to own one. It didn't work out for me because it just didn't really suit my style and how I like to wear my bags, but I've seen so many people wear this in real life and I always think it looks so good on them. I love the Empreinte line. I love this colorway too. So if it's your bag, no pun intended, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I was a bit kind of underwhelmed by the double zip pochette, but I think this colorway in the Pochette Métis is just stunning. So the next one is an entire collection, but there was also one particular bag that I got asked about a ton. So it is the Louis Vuitton Vuitton collection, if that's how you say it. And the bag that I got asked about was the Cousin bag. Again, no idea how you say it, but it's the kind of puffy style that they're doing now. And I think they do a few different versions of this, but the one I was asked about had a kind of rectangle shape with the chain. And I've got to say, I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I don't know if this is going to be one that grows on me, because that definitely happens. I'm always changing my mind about bags, but first glance, I just don't really love it that much. And I do understand the appeal because I love puffer bags. You know, the Saint Laurent Lulu puffer line is one of my favorites. I think it's so fun and luxurious and I just love it. But this one, I don't know, I just don't really like the combination with the puffiness, the monogram and the chain. I think it's all just a little bit much. And often when it comes to the Louis Vuitton monogram, because it is quite a loud and recognizable print, I do tend to prefer it in kind of more subtle patterns, I guess, which is why I like the Empreinte so much. You know, you have that monogram, but I do feel like having in the Empreinte of the single color really helps to kind of tone it down. Whereas even though it is in one color, the puffiness really exaggerates the monogram, and when combined with the chain as well, it just feels like a little bit much for me. So it's not my favorite. Maybe it might grow on me. Definitely some of the more out there bags have done that in the past with me, but at the moment I can't say it's my favorite. And speaking of puffy bags, I did also want to mention the Chanel 19 bag, and I did actually talk about this bag in last year's video, but it was still one of my most frequently asked about bags when I did that Instagram stories. I got so many messages about it, so I wanted to quickly mention it again. Basically, my thoughts haven't changed since last year, which is I love it. I think it is so cute. It's so fresh looking, and I just really, really like the style. That said, I don't have any plans to get one yet, just because I want to wait it out a few years to see if it's still going to be going strong in a couple of years time. And you know, if I was a billionaire, I'd probably already have one in 3 colors, but I'm not. And when I'm spending that much money on a bag, I really want to make sure that it has good longevity and staying power. And I'm just not sure yet. And that's not to say that I don't think it does, I just don't know. And I know Chanel have said it's their new classic bag, but Chanel always say that whenever they have a big launch. And so I kind of take their marketing like with a little pinch of salt, because essentially no one knows. So it's not to say I have doubts about the style. I really hope it does stay around because I think it's gorgeous. And as I mentioned, in a couple of years time, if it's still here, I definitely plan on getting one. I think it is just stunning. So next up is another Chanel style, and this is their new top handle mini. This is a really new style, so I believe this is new to this season, and I think it is so cute. I absolutely love it. I've seen it all over Instagram. I saw it on the Purse forum. Like, there are just so many ladies that have gone for this style, and I think it's so fun. I love the mini style anyway. I think it's a great bag, and you really get that kind of classic Chanel look in a much more portable size that's just so easy to wear. It's good for day and night if you can pare down your essentials. And with a top handle, I just think it's adorable. So nothing too much more to say. I think it's beautiful. Again, if I could afford all the Chanel in the world, I'd probably have all these styles. I just think they're gorgeous. Next up is the Chloe Woody Toad, and this is the only Chloe style on this list, and I would say I'm usually not that tempted to get a lot of Chloe's new styles, just because, you know, I think they do beautiful bags, but I do feel like they don't always have the best track record in terms of style longevity. So I generally like to wait it out when it comes to Chloe, even if I really like the bag. Whereas I do think this could be an exception. I love it. I think it's so cute. So it does seem to be an entire line of bags. They have like a rectangle square version. They have a basket version. I'm not really sure which one I like the most, but I think the entire line is so beautiful. A little bit different for Chloe as well. You know, you do have that logo element, which they usually stay away from a bit more, but I love it. So great for summer. They're not priced extortionately as well. Like most of them, I mean, they're still obviously luxurious bags, but all the ones I've seen are priced under £1,000, which I feel like more luxury bags need to be priced under £1,000, but I just generally love this entire line. So nice for summer, and yeah, I'm just a huge fan. So love the entire line. I don't think I've seen a style yet which I haven't liked. Just so beautiful. Next up is the Coach Tabby, and I'm not often asked about more contemporary style bags with these kind of videos. This one popped up quite a bit. I'm assuming the question is about like the puffy style. I think there are a few different versions, but I think this is so fun. I would say that I prefer it in some colors versus others. I don't like it as much in like the black, which for me black is just quite like a serious color. So if I was going for like a work bag, that's when I'd go for a black bag, but I just don't necessarily think like the really dark serious colors suit this style of bag, which is very fun and quirky, you know, definitely not a bag to be taken too seriously, but in the lighter colors, I think it's so fun. Like I've seen a light coral, I think I saw it in white, and in the lighter colors, I think it's beautiful. You guys know I do like my puffy bag styles. I just think they're so fun to wear, so fun to carry, and I'm just a huge fan of the ones that I have. I've not seen this one in real life, so maybe the quality of the leather may change my mind, but from what I hear, like Coach generally is pretty consistent with their leather quality, and I really like the design. So yeah, really like this one. I think it's so fun and so fresh for Coach as well. Next up is one from Balenciaga, and this is their Hourglass bag, and the Hourglass line isn't anything new. It's been around a little while now, but they have been releasing more and more styles in different sizes as well. I've seen quite a few different models in their new releases. I've also seen them on Instagram, and I actually really like this line. And usually Balenciaga isn't really my bag that much. A lot of their styles are more edgy. I really wasn't a fan of their kind of huge logo print versions. Yeah, like I haven't loved everything that they've been doing recently, but the Hourglass bag I think is beautiful. They've been doing some beautiful colors as well. They've also been doing some kind of out there colors. They've been doing a lot of neon, which I'm not always on board with, but certainly I've been seeing a lot of pastel colors, and the ones I've seen I do really like. I think it's a really elegant shape. I'm not sure how practical they are. I've not seen this bag in real life, and they do look quite tiny. It is the kind of bag which I do see a lot in terms of street style, but I do think it's really beautiful and a really nice kind of departure for Balenciaga as well. I'd love to see more bags with this kind of style and variations. I just think it's really beautiful and really elegant. So big fan of it. Not every single bag in the line, but certainly the kind of more smaller pastel colored ones I just think are beautiful. And then finally, the last two bags that I was asked about are both Dior styles, and these ones came through on my Instagram stories. They were very frequently asked about, and I actually wasn't familiar with either of these, so I had to look them up. So one is the Dior Bobby and the other one is the Dior Caro, I'm not sure how you say it. But yeah, so if I'm honest, I didn't really love either of them upon first glance. Maybe these are ones where you really have to see them to appreciate them. The Bobby, I thought it was nice and I thought it looked fairly classic, but it was very literally a satchel style, and it kind of reminded me of a school bag, but not in such a good way. So I liked it in some colors more than others. I thought that the nude version was really pretty, but I often like nude bags, so I guess that makes sense. But I just wasn't sure about how boxy it was, and I know there are some kind of really classic bags like the Celine box bag which do have that really boxy look, but I just wasn't sure about it on this style. I felt like it maybe looked a little bit bulky, and I just wasn't really sure. So again, maybe this is one that you have to see it in real life to appreciate with like the leather, because I know Dior does really beautiful leather, and overall I think that, you know, the Dior presentation, their stores are always so beautiful, so I'm sure in real life it's beautiful, but just looking at it online I wasn't totally overwhelmed. And then the other style was the Dior Caro, if that's how you say it, and this one I'm really not sure about. Like the Bobby, I'm a bit more on the fence. You know, I can see why it would appeal to some people. It does have a more minimal look. It is a classic satchel style and not for me, but I understand the appeal. This one, it just feels like a little bit much with all the things going on, much like why I didn't like the kind of new Louis Vuitton collection. It felt like the combination of the textured leather along with all the hardware, and there is quite a lot of hardware, it just felt like a little bit much, and I think the overdose of all the different elements kind of makes it seem cheaper than it is, and it's definitely not a cheap bag. I think these are leaning more towards the £3,000 mark, which obviously it's a lot of money. And I think if it had just been, you know, a smaller logo or maybe slightly more subtle kind of chain, it would have worked a bit better for me, but the logo is huge and very gold, and then you do have the hardware on the chain, and then in combination with that you also have the pattern leather as well. And it's just like a very, very kind of bold bag. So again, maybe this is one that you have to see in person to appreciate, but when I first looked at it on the website, it just seems like a little bit much for me personally. But again, happy to change my mind if I do see it in person. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions about these bags. I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. There are so many interesting styles about now, I think, and maybe they've all just been saving them up for when we're allowed back out into the world again, but just so much good stuff happening in the luxury bag world. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do give this a thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.